All right, all right.
I'll let you drive.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. We ready to? Good morning.
We are ready. I have Mr. Lau up first. If you guys are ready to start, let's get it.
Good morning, Your Honor. Counsel, did you receive the recommendations? I don't believe we've met. Neil Poston, nice to meet you.
Good morning, Mr. Poston. My name is Brooke Rabine. I think I did one other IA with you a couple months ago. Let me just double check if I've gotten those recommendations yet. I did get the interim complaints, so thank you for that.
I did send them to you directly as well as upload them.
Right here. Thank you so much.
Very good. Pardon me, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Please state your name.
Will you Anthony Love?
Mr. Lau, this is the time for your initial appearance. You are here on charges of assault, which is a misdemeanor. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney of your choice, and in certain circumstances, an attorney may be appointed on your behalf. We're going to talk about your conditions of release this morning. It looks like there is also a probation hold for you, so regardless of what I ordered in this case, you would not be released until that is resolved. Let's see. I am going to appoint Anna Dennis to represent you in the misdemeanor, and I am going to order that you are held on a bond of $150, cash or secured, that you may not possess or consume alcohol or illegal drugs, you may not possess firearms or weapons, no contact with the alleged victim. Your next court date for this matter is going to be on Monday at 1 p.m. before Judge Foreman. If you remain in custody, the jail will make you available for that hearing, and if you are released and fail to appear, a warrant could issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You're excused for today.
It's
just Monday.
Thank you for the thing at my holiday.
All the way around. You got the floors first. Let's come up. Round chair now.
Please state your name, ma'am.
Dawn Flores.
Ms. Flores, this is the time for your initial appearance. You were arrested on a warrant that was issued for a charge of driving under the influence from February of 2023. You have the right, can you say, can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney of your choice, and in some circumstances, an attorney may be appointed on your behalf. We're going to talk about your conditions of release this morning. It looks like the warrant was issued with a $1,000 bond. I'm going to order a bond of $500, cash or secured. If you are able to post that bond and be released, the additional orders are no alcohol or illegal drugs. If you don't have a valid driver's license, you may not drive. Your next court date is going to be on Monday at 1 p.m. before Judge Foreman at Pima County Justice Court. If you remain in custody, the jail will make you available for that hearing, and if you are released, it'll be your responsibility to appear. And if you fail to appear, a warrant can issue for your arrest. I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Her name is Amanda Bynum, and her phone number will be on the paperwork you receive. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You're excused.
No? Can I say something, Judge?
Yes.
Excuse me? I was in DOC for 2.5 years. I thought everything was running concurrent. I did file a motion while I was in Perryville. So while I was in Perryville, I did everything what they told me. And with this case, I will follow through everything that is going, what you tell me to do. I would just like to know if everything would be able to run concurrent at this time.
I don't know, ma'am. You'll have to talk to your attorney because I don't have all of your other case information in front of me. So I don't know if that's a possibility at this time. But you will have the ability to go over everything with your attorney and see a judge on Monday. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.
Marquez, come on up.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning, Ms. Marquez. This is the time for your initial appearance. You're here in a few different matters. There are charges that were in warrant status out of both Pima County Justice Court and Tucson City Court, and they include refusing to provide your true full name when lawfully detained, criminal trespass, second-degree trespass, and then additional charges of criminal trespass and a couple of charges of shoplifting. You have the right to remain silent on all of these matters. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney of your choice, and in certain circumstances, an attorney may be appointed on your behalf. We're going to talk about your conditions of release this morning, and so I'll go through each case one by one. So the first one is the case that involves refusing to provide your name, and on that case, I'm just going to order a bond of $50 cash or secured, and you'll be seen by a judge on Monday in that case. If you are able to post bond and be released, it'll be your responsibility to appear, but if you remain in custody, they will make you available for that hearing. If you are released, the additional condition is no alcohol or illegal drugs, and I am appointing Amanda Bynum to represent you. The hearing on Monday is at 1 p.m. If you were released and failed to appear, a warrant can issue for your arrest. And then...
Ma'am, on that case, I already did time for that case, and I've already seen a judge outside of court, So is there any way that you could release me on that and not have a bond? Because I've already taken care of that twice.
I mean, the court does not seem to believe that you've taken care of it. The court issued a warrant for your arrest. So I'm going to move on to the next case. Now, this is the second-degree criminal trespass from November of 2023. I'm going to basically make the same orders in that case. So it'll be a bond of $50 cash or secured. If you are released, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no contact with the alleged victim, don't return to the incident location. And your court date will be on Monday at 1 with Judge Foreman at Pima County Justice Court. If you remain in custody, the jail will make you available. If you are released, it'll be your responsibility to appear. And if you fail to appear, a warrant can issue for your arrest. And then on the Tucson City Court cases, I'm going to order a bond of $100 cash or secured. That will cover all of the Tucson City Court charges. And if you are able to post bond and be released, your additional conditions of release are to possess or consume no alcohol or illegal drugs and have no contact with the victim of the shoplifting or criminal trespass charges. Do not return to those incident locations. I will appoint the City of Tucson Public Defender to represent you. And your next court date in Tucson City Court, if you remain in custody, will be May 23rd at 1:45 for a video review. And if you are released, then they will vacate that court date and you'll be seen on June 17th at 9:30 at Tucson City Court. If you were to be released and then fail to appear, a warrant could issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, I do understand, but I'm supposed to leave June 22nd to go to work in Alaska, and if I'm held on bond, I don't have anyone to bond me out, and so I won't be able to be prepared to leave to Alaska. So it's gonna set me back a lot.
So you'll have an opportunity to be heard and perhaps dispose of the case and be released if that's the appropriate thing to happen on May 23rd. So that will be well in advance of the June 22nd date when you're supposed to move.
I have an appointment next week to meet for the job, the rest of the job.
Ma'am, you failed to appear on several charges. I'm not going to order that you're released today. So I am sorry if it causes any trouble for your plans, but I am ordering that you're held on a total bond of $200.
Until I go to court?
Yep.
You want to make sure that I go to court?
That is one of the main purposes of a bond. Thank you.
Okay.
You're excused for today.
All right.
Miller? Oh, yeah, and then Dallas said right against Texas.
Good morning. Please state your name.
Brianna Miller Baumhauer.
Great. This is the time for your initial appearance, Ms. Miller Baumhauer. You are here on charges of threat and intimidation, disorderly conduct. Those are both domestic violence charges. They were both, a warrant was issued for you after, it appears to be after failing to appear. Let me see. And you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney of your choice, and in certain circumstances, an attorney may be appointed on your behalf. It looks like there's also a felony hold that is not performing today. So regardless of what I ordered in this case, you would not be released in this case because you would have the other case holding you. So I'm going to order a bond of $50 cash or secured. If you remain in custody, well, regardless, your next court date will be May 19th. That's Monday at 1 p.m. If you remain in custody, then the jail will make you available for that hearing. If you're released on your other matter and you're able to post bond in this one, then it will be your responsibility to appear. If you fail to appear, a warrant can issue for your arrest. And if you do happen to be released, the conditions of release are no alcohol or illegal drugs, no contact with the alleged victim. I am appointing Amanda Bynum to represent you in this matter. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You're excused for today.
Your Honor, excuse me, what was the bond on that last one?
I think it was $50. Let me check.
Okay.
Yes, 50.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Good morning. Please state your name.
James Fox.
Mr. Fox, you are here this morning after being arrested on warrants for several cases out of Tucson City Court. These include charges of criminal trespass. It looks like around 4 different counts of criminal trespass. 1, 2, 3. 3 charges of possession of drug paraphernalia. And it looks like one charge of taking a shopping cart past the places that you were supposed to use the shopping cart. You have the right to remain silent on all of these charges. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney of your choice, and I am going to appoint the City of Tucson Public Defender to represent you today. We're going to talk about your conditions of release. I'm going to order that you're held on a bond of $250, cash or secured. You may possess or consume no alcohol or illegal drugs if you are released. No contact with the victims of the trespass. Don't return to the incident location of the trespass or the shopping cart offense. And if there were other conditions of release ordered previously in any of these cases, abide by those. Your next court date, if you remain in custody, will be May 23rd at 1:45 for a video review. If you post bond and are released, then your next court date won't be until June 17th. That'll be at 9 a.m. at Tucson City Court in courtroom 6. If you fail to appear for court after being released, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes.
Thank you. You're excused for today.
Joseph Garcia.
Have it. Good morning. Please state your name.
Joseph Garcia.
Mr. Garcia, this is the time for your initial appearance on a couple of charges out of Tucson City Court that were in failure to appear warrant status. They include charges of criminal damage and disorderly conduct, which are both domestic violence offenses. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. And I am going to appoint the City of Tucson Public Defender to represent you. We are going to talk about your conditions of release this morning, and I am going to order that you are held on a bond of $500, cash or secured. If you are able to post bond and be released, the additional conditions of release are that you possess or consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, commit no acts of domestic violence, have no contact of any kind with the alleged victim, don't return to the incident location. And if there were different conditions of release previously ordered, you have to abide by those as well. If you remain in custody, your next court date will be May 23rd for a video review hearing. If you are able to post bond and be released, then that hearing will be vacated and they will see you on June 17th at 2:30. If you were released and then failed to appear for that hearing, a warrant could issue for your arrest. Do you understand, sir?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Loki, I already paid like a $500 bond for that. So do you think we could drop the bond? Or...
No, sir. It looks like you were previously released on a $500 bond. You failed to appear. The bond was forfeited, and a warrant was issued for your arrest.
For sure. Thanks. Hernandez.
Good morning. Please state your name.
Elizabeth Hernandez.
Ms. Fernandez, this is the time for your first appearance after being arrested on several charges out of Tucson City Court. It looks like you had a number of matters that were in failure to appear status and warrants had been issued for your arrest. Those include charges of assault, criminal damage, disorderly conduct, 3 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia, and 1 criminal damage. The assault, criminal damage, disorderly conduct, and criminal damage were all domestic violence offenses. And then you have new charges of criminal trespass and possession of drug paraphernalia. On those, I will enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf today. You have the right to remain silent on all of these matters. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. I am appointing the City of Tucson Public Defender to represent you. And we are going to talk about your conditions of release. The judge who issued your warrants requested that you be held on a bond of $500, and looking over the files, that does seem appropriate, so I will order that you're held on a bond of $500 cash or secured. I will order that you possess or consume no alcohol or illegal substance. Additionally, that you commit